What's going on? It's November 27th. It's Saturday. Don't know what to expect out of today. Well, yesterday was a weird day. God, it was a weird day. I got off early at my W-2. I got off at noon. I was dashing by 12:30. I did a decent McDonald's delivery, and then I get two Walmart deliveries that paid a total of. And this is like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? I did a Chipotle Red Crush delivery. Both of them were pretty close, so I had $25 in, and they both went down to Chesterfield Airport Road. And if you were anywhere near Chesterfield Airport Road around 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon, you were going to get what? Walmart deliveries. I did two of them back to back. I made $67 on them, and I was done by 3:30. There's a story to one of them, but if you don't think Walmart deliveries are worth it, let me tell you about one of the Walmart deliveries, and somehow, some way, convince me that this is not worth it. Okay? It paid $30 even, right? The first stop is 10 miles away, right? It goes to Whispering Hills and Olive, just west of 270, right? On Olive. Knock that out. Easy $10. The next one also paid 10. They all three paid 10. The next one's at Mason and 40, right off. I mean, within 4 houses off of North Outer 40. That was 5 miles to get to there, right? So we're at 15 miles, right? Now I rerouted all this. They said it was more miles. You got to look at them and reroute them, people. If you're going to do them, if you even want to know they're worth doing. Some people, they hear the word Walmart and they just go crazy. I understand it. They got it ready. In okay time too. Nothing's perfect, okay? But it's 1:30 in the afternoon, or after that one was at 2:30 in the afternoon. What else are you gonna get? You know what I mean? Then the last delivery delivers at between Clayton and Clarkson on Baxter, so it goes right back to where I started from, and it paid $30. It was 20 miles, but it sent me right back to where I was. Now I routed it that way, but if you could tell me that's not worth it, some way, somehow, took me about 10. Oh, it took it at the most 35 minutes. Somehow, some way, tell me that's not worth it. That's a whole other story. When I got to the spot, I made it almost not worth it, because when I got to the last stop, I went to the back of my car. There's nothing in the back of my car. Like a package vanished. So I had to go back to the second stop, and there was a package. They seal them all, and they let that overlap a little bit, and it stuck to one of the other packages. Thank God none of these people were home. And I just grabbed the package. I was still on the front porch and delivered it. But that was my first big bad mistake yesterday. But I wanted to go over the Walmart delivery first. At least some of them were worth doing. The other one was a little more iffy, but it really wasn't that bad. It delivered to Weldon Spring, and then it had 3 drops in Baldwin that were all within 2 miles of each other. And that paid $37. So tell me you wouldn't take a $20 delivery to Weldon Spring, right? Knowing you had a $17 delivery going to Baldwin on the back of it. Tell me you wouldn't do that. Well, if you wouldn't do it, you're a little off. You're a little off. No, there's no tips on them. Who cares? No tip, no trip. No, how much does it pay? I don't care about the other stuff. I've made a tipping video. I've made an instructional video on how to tip. It's tongue in cheek and it's meant to be humorous, but it's actually really accurate. So check it out. So that was the first mistake I made yesterday. I let a package get attached to the other package. I got to the last stop on a delivery and it wasn't there. I just had to go back and get it and deliver it. No big deal. None of the people were home. Nobody ever knew. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Okay, so then later that night, I'm grinding, baby. Thank God for those Walmart deliveries. Because I was grinding, baby. I did more. I probably did 26, 25 deliveries yesterday. If I didn't, it was close. Now, I woke up at 5:30 in the morning yesterday to go to my other job. So I didn't take any real cheap deliveries yesterday. I didn't take anything under $6.25 just because I didn't want to. But I took a bunch of $6.25, $6.75 deliveries. And yeah, a couple of them, I would say more than a few of them had a little bitty hidden tip. $1 or $2 here or there. But I was grinding, baby. I had the 30-minute mistake with the Walmart package. And then it's about 7:30. There's so many factors to yesterday. Yesterday, I spent most of my day working, again, the west side of Manchester. Our traffic was really good yesterday. Nobody worked. And there were shoppers out. But I was on the west side of Manchester by Clarkson and Manchester. Clarkson, that's all I'm talking about, right? So, and I was picking up at Chick-fil-A, and I was picking up at McDonald's, and I was picking up at Lucy Lou's, and I was picking up at Wildwood Pub, and I was picking up all those restaurants down there. And delivering to Grover over and over and over and over and over and over and over. What a great strategy, people. That is a great strategy. If you work in Chesterfield or work in St. Louis, all those houses are, there's no cheap houses down there. You know what I mean? There's a few apartments, but not very many. Mostly it's just affluent people. So it's a great strategy. Now yesterday, who was ordering? Kids were ordering. Bottom line, I delivered to more kids yesterday than maybe I ever have. So it's about 7:30 at night. I'm at Clarkson in Manchester, and I get a crazy offer to pick up at the Japanese steakhouse, going to Manchester and I'm at Manchester and Clarkson. I get an offer from the Japanese steakhouse at Clarkson and 40, going straight back to where I've been working all night, right? I pay $16.47 on paper on, the first offer. I go to look how many items it is, 17 items. Oh, I'm going to get that. Pays $2 a mile and 17 items. Oh, I'm going to get that. And people always talk about DoorDash as hidden tips. Uber Eats is the king of hidden tips. Every one of their deliveries, a greater percentage of their deliveries have a hidden tip. So I go to pick it up, and here's how I'm only at about $170 for the day. At that point, I'm just trying to get to $250. And I'm thinking, well, there's got to be another delivery going back to Manchester and Clarkson, Boom, boom, boom. I got a Noodles and Company going back that way. I take it. I go to the Japanese steakhouse first. They say it's going to be a few minutes. I say, okay, no problem. I'm going to go across the street. They said, fine. I go across the street. I make that pickup. It's not ready, which is great. I'm glad never in my life have I been glad a delivery is not ready, but it wasn't ready. That was great. Give them, but steakhouse can be slow. I've never seen them be this slow, but they can be slow. I need to give them all the time I can. So 5 or 6 minutes later, I pick up the noodles and company. I go across the street. They tell me it's going to be a few more minutes. Well, no, more like a total of 30 minutes. Not from the time I got back there, but all together. That's why you shouldn't double that, people. It's not worth that $8 delivery that I took from the noodles and company. Now, the strategy with the Japanese steakhouse worked perfect. That delivery ended up paying $30. Who cared how long I had to wait for it? As long as I could get that delivery done in an hour or so, great. And I still got it done way within an hour, and it put me in another great area. The area that I've been working all day. But no, I have to get greedy and double up and take another delivery with it. And then that delivery was late. More than 11 minutes late. Which I know was the cutoff for a contract violation. I never got one. Not sure why. I don't even want to think about it. I didn't get one. Great. Let's move on. Now, things got crazy busy. I did 4 minutes. Now, there was nobody out. I don't get it. But, none of the... I passed Chick-fil-A a couple times last night. 7, 8 o'clock. They had one person in their drive-thru twice. That's how weird it was last night. I did 4 McDonald's deliveries in a row. The one in Manchester and Clarkson. They all paid $6.25. All of them. And they all went to Grover. It was crazy. It was just a weird night. I grinded, people. I grinded and grinded and grinded. You know how sometimes I talk about getting a $15 delivery after a $15 delivery after a $15 delivery? None of that was going on. It was a $6.25 delivery after a $6.25 delivery after a $6.25 delivery. That's what it was yesterday, baby. Matter of fact, other than the Japanese steakhouse delivery that I did and the dreaded Walmart, which really made my day when you think about the time of day and all that, I didn't have a delivery over $10 all night. All night. You know why? Because I was delivering the kids over and over and over. Now, I did have, because I was delivering to Grover over and over, some hidden tips. And somehow, some way, I had grinded out $304. I'm still not sure how I did it. I did do another double half. They both went to Grover. One picked up at Chick-fil-A, and the other one picked up at Five Guys. You could hit them with the one with the rock, and they both went to Grover. I don't even think one of them was right off Kiefer Creek. Just real. Put your side there. Yeah. After that happened, after the 30-minute wait thing, I did another one. It was a little bit different. Oh, I should take my own advice. Hopefully I will today. Because it's not worth all the stress. When am I going to get this contract violation? When is it coming? I know it's coming. When is it coming? God, I hope they don't deactivate me. It's not worth it. It's not worth all that. It's not worth all that. Oh. So I'm driving home last night. I'm almost through Fenton. DoorDash wouldn't let me switch over to Fenton until the last second, which does happen sometimes. Man, I've been having issues scheduling lately. Never before. And this is why, one of the reasons why I don't think DoorDash is totally sustainable working full time is because things change so rapidly. I've been having a little trouble scheduling. I because I got off early yesterday, right? So I wanted to move my schedule all the way up to 12:30. I had it scheduled at 5:30. I had the piecemeal it. I had it scheduled from 12:30 to 1:30, and then from 2:30 to whatever. And then they did in my first dash, and I had to wait. And that's why going back and get that other package was no big deal, because you know. And then they wouldn't let me sign on in Fenton last night, but I had the Uber Eats app on. Just out of the blue, I get a $20.49 offer picking up at White Castle and High Ridge. Going right back to Fenton, like 6 miles. Of course I'm going to do that. And then I'm up to like $3.25, and then I was going to pick up a delivery in Arnold, but I got there, the cars were wrapped around the building. I unaside from that. So I made $325 yesterday. Didn't start till 12:30. 12:30. And still made $300. Let me just say this, and if you're working a full day in St. Louis, Missouri, this is zone specific. This is city specific. You know, if you live, like if I was dashing out in where I live out in the country, this does not apply to you. I'm talking about if you live in St. Louis, Missouri for sure. But I would say this would be any densely populated area. If you're working a full day, like I did yesterday, didn't even start till 12:30, which is not the greatest time to start. And I worked about 10, I ended up being 11 hours. And you're not making $300, doing something wrong. People get mad when I say that. People have actually cussed at me on YouTube. F you. Because I say that. Well, I'm just talking about me, baby. Don't get mad. So, what a blessing, man. Made $300 and something yesterday. Thinking about taking off tomorrow if I make $350 today. Now, making $350 is no guarantee. It's not my goal. My goal is to make $300. Getting up a little early. So, you know, I'm putting in the work to make that happen, baby. That's what you got to do. You want to make $300? You got to get up early. Sometimes you got to work late. You can't turn down the 2049 delivery at 11 o'clock at night. I still got home by I was home by 12:20. So I only worked about 11 hours yesterday. So, 11 hours and 45 minutes. 11 hours and 15 minutes. So it wasn't like I broke any records. So I was beat though. But, you know, trust me, at 10:20 or whatever time that must have been, I'm at 30 and 141. I turn at 141 and 21, and I hadn't got any offers even. I'm thinking, baby, I'm going home. I made $304. I can't even believe I broke $300 today. And I did a bunch of $6.25 deliveries. Man. Oh, I had messed up the package, delivered a little late. What a weird day. What a weird day. And I'm like, oh, just got to get up. Ding, 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 ding. 2049 for 6 miles. And that was like 13 items from White Castle. And they weren't ketchup bags. 2 full bags of White Castle. Great. Back in the day, that would have been my day. And then I got another offer for 15, and I was going to do it because it was another 6 miles. And I got to the restaurant. It was Take and Shake, and there was people in there, a bunch of people in there, and just like kind of like Ruby Tuesdays the other day, a bunch of people in the restaurant, but the doors are locked. I guess they had just locked them or whatever. I'm not waiting in a Steak and Shake drive-thru for sure. That's one of my wife's favorite places. I know exactly what that's like. So, what a day, baby! Made $325. I got lucky on a later delivery. It's not worth that. It's not worth the stress and all of that. That is not worth it. Not worth it. No double app. I say that all the time, and I still do it sometimes. I need to stop. It's a horrible, stupid idea. Yeah, I make mistakes. I made 2 pretty decent mistakes yesterday. Number one, I left somebody else's Walmart package with another Walmart package. It stuck together, right? How I didn't catch it, I'm not sure. It was a little bitty package. It wasn't this big. That's how I didn't catch it. And then fixed that. And then I did a double app in the second place after I picked up the first place was and it was the better delivery by far by $22. And it took forever to get ready. Now, there's a lot of things I should have done. I should have just went ahead and signed from it, all that stuff. Yep, should have done that. No, here's what I should have done. Not double app in the first place. Or at least waited until I got that picked up and seen if I got a delivery right after I picked it up. Pause the app as I'm putting the food in my car, unpause the app and see if anything pops. Something like that. Well, let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. One more point I'm going to make, and there's nobody's watching right now, so it doesn't matter. There's a part of me that wants me to drive, as crazy as it seems, straight to the Walmart parking lot today to get those $30 deliveries, baby. On a Saturday morning where it's probably going to be slow. Now I'm not going to do it. I decided I'm going to try Total Wine first. I haven't done a Total Wine delivery, and I can't even tell you when. It's been 3 or 4 days, something like that. Or if I did one, it was just one. I might have done one Wednesday, but just one. There's money to be made out here. Holidays, boy, it's going to be busy. I feel sorry for these restaurant people. I read an article the other day that they're all quitting because they were busy before the holiday, and now they're going to really get destroyed. But they got through the worst part of it, which was yesterday, and today will probably be pretty bad too, I guess, huh? It's going to be bad for them. I feel bad for the restaurant people. I mean, sometimes I walk in and they're just all like, man, I feel so sorry for them. And then the people that are working from the time the place opens to the time the place closes. And that's why they're all closing at 8. Because the people they can find to work are basically opening the place up at 10 or 11 in the morning and working until they close. And that's why they're closing at 8.